Hey guys, it's JohnyTechReview. Today I have a quick review for you of this iZtouch IP camera. As you can see here, this is a nice 720p IP camera coming in this small little box like this. Some of the features you have here is, of course, is worldwide control. You have smartphone accessible, motion detection, P2P play. It uses QR code to quickly set up the camera, has pan and tilt, and it also has a night vision. Some more information here. Here is the easy quick instruction for plug and play. Just plug it in basically, connect to the Ethernet cable, and then you just use the software here. You can download the app here using the Google Play or the iOS App Store. I did have some tough time setting it up the first time. They told you to just plug it in and then use this app to scan it and find it, but I did have some problem with it. I did have to contact the company, and they give me some hint, and it turned out I just need to do a little quick reset, which is the little button down here. You plug in your camera and you can just hold out this pin for 3 seconds, and after that it go back to the manufacturer setting, and you can use that to quickly set up the device. You hear that? I'm not sure what that is. It is that weird little noise inside. I always hear it. But this is what the camera looks like, as you can see. Up front here you have a little panel here, and underneath this piece of glass there's some LED light that will indicate different status. And here you have the speaker on each side and also the microphone. Up front here you have the camera with the lens, which is adjustable with the focus if you need to change that. There is the little nice sensor, and then there's your infrared light to use it at night. In the back of the unit you have the antenna, which is of course is built-in. It's not removable, which I'm not a fan of. Just in case you break it, you can't get a new one, so that sucks. But there's the Ethernet port, and then there's the SD card to record your stuff, and then there is the 5V input power. It uses a typical mounting that you see in other camera like the foscam, so you can just mount this on the wall, and then you can just screw this in, and then you can pivot into different direction. Come with some mounting screw and also a short little power adapter. And then this power cable here is like 3 or 4 feet long. It's very short. I think it's like 3 feet long, which I'm not a fan of. I wish they make longer cable of these, because it's kind of annoying if you need to connect this on a high space. You do need to use extension cable. So I wish they make like a 10 feet cable or something like for these. A lot of IP camera had this problem. So after you use the QR code, you can download this app here. It's called APCam, and then you can just launch this app. And when you launch it, you will need to add a camera for the first time. This is a SP type of camera instead of AP, just pick SP. Anyway, you can go through the setup process. It's pretty simple. After that, you can access the camera by either clicking on here to see the live view. Right now I have a plug downstairs, so you can see the live view of this camera. You can see here there is the live view image, and you can actually move the camera, and you hear it make that little noise. This is actually a live sound. You can actually hear that sound down now. I can also mute the sound by pressing this button right here, and that will mute the sound. So now you won't hear that clicking noise anymore. But there's the camera. You can just swipe to go up and down, and you know, rotate down. As you can see, tilt and pan it. Pretty simple, and it's pretty fast. You have options like taking pictures right here, and then there's a snapshot that is taken. You can pick the quality of the video, so you have high def, standard definition, and low def. So some other option you have here is just a little play music button here. You can press to play music. For me it didn't really work. I don't really understand how to use this. The menu wasn't very clean on this. And then you also have just a little lock button here. When you press it, it will basically arm the alarm, and during that time motion detection will automatically come on and off for like that. There's also a zoom option here, so you can zoom in, but I think this is all only for other unit, not this unit, so it doesn't work at all. Of course you can pinch and zoom in the image using digital zoom, but other than that there's no optical zoom. So when I press and hold this down, the other side it will also speak out to the camera. So that's pretty much all the settings you have in this camera here. There's not a lot of settings you can pick here. You can press power here to get out, and then you can actually go into setting by pressing this little icon here, and then you can do playback, for example, and see all your different footage if you have 1 day, 1 month, 3 months, etc. So one thing that I didn't really like about this device is how you manage the file that is recorded. So with this app, it's kind of a little bit weird to set up file for recording, so you can do the menu, or you can do the schedule or the motion sensor, but you know, I feel like you don't have good control of it, so recording is kind of sporadic and random. But here is the file, and you can see these are the files being recorded. So if we look at the file from today, this is how it does it. It does a 30-minute file interval, and the file format is .av. So I take the memory card out, put it in the computer, and even using VLC, it didn't recognize the file format, so it was unable to play it. So the file format is not good for me, and you can click on here, for example, and it will load the file and it will play on this device here, but it's some proprietary format that is not really standard. So you can see here, you see that there's a video recorded, and you have sound and everything. Here you can see there's a 30-minute timeline here, and you can see it works fine, but you can't really export your footage. There's no option here to export it, and there's no option here to save it. And I tried to look on my computer to see if I can find the IP address for this guy, and there's no way to find that either. So there's no web interface as far as I can know to control this or to manage these files. So yeah, you can see the file and look at it on the app here, but other than that you cannot export them and use them. Even if you take the memory card, it is in some weird format. So right now let's go in the setting, and in setting here you can have a few different options you can set up. For example here, so daytime media setting, for example here, and you can set a different format, volume, image reverse, all that stuff. Network security you can set. I'm gonna go ahead and set some wireless so that you can use wireless in there also. And then we can do a recording setting, and here you can do alarm setting, recording, so we can do manual recording, and we can just always record it all the time. And then we have schedule recording here, as you can see, and you can apply recording for different hours of the day, so we can record all the time here. So this camera here also have some other options like defense area. I guess if you have other piece of equipment that you should use some kind of program, you can set it up, but right now it is a bunch of different stuff, and you can type in here. I don't want to stand the pointer yet. Storage option, you can see here showing you my memory card, and right now it's being used to record. So here in the network setting you can also of course pick Wi-Fi, so yeah, you can just switch to Wi-Fi here, and then pick one of your Wi-Fi. Make sure you enter one of these Wi-Fi stuff before you choose the Wi-Fi option, and then after you set up you can see that it show you the check mark that indicating it's connected to Wi-Fi. So at the bottom of the app here you have some other icons. So for example, this is an SP camera, so you can pick a SP here and go to some of the footage here. So you see some pictures I took before. I took the other day, pretty clean, crisp quality as you can see during the day, and there's one I took earlier at night in night vision. You can see same thing, but in a darker condition. So guys, that's pretty much my review for this iZtouch IP camera. So the camera itself produces nice quality image, and the sound quality is very good for both recording and talking out from the camera. You have security feature like an alarm that you can arm, and when it detects motion it will go off, and during that time it can do its recording and those kind of things. But the problem is with the video recording you don't have really good control of it, and also the footage are not really easy to use, so they are in some weird format that is not accessible, and even if you get the file on your computer you don't know how to access them. So that's pretty much my quick review of it. If you have any question, let me know in the comment below, and as always, stay tuned for future review. Thank you.